Hi friends, I came back with another video, and today we'll be discussing about Micron interview experience. I recently gave an interview experience in Micron. It's actually experienced position of 1 year, and so I have applied through the referral, and then I got a call from Micron for resume shortlisting, and quickly we'll go through the interview process. Yeah, it will be consisting of 3 rounds. First round will be a resume shortlisting call, and second round will be technical interview, and third round will be managerial and HR. First, after applying for the job role you have seen in the careers portal, then you'll be getting a call for shortlisting the resume from the HR team, so that they'll tally the skills and responsibilities of your job role and your skills. And after resume is shortlisted, then you'll be getting another call for interview scheduling, and based on the dates you'll be getting interview date. And it will second round will be the technical interview, 60 minutes. And then at first you'll be asking a question like, tell me about yourself. That is a common question, and there are two people in the panel who got asked these questions. And they have asked how does an Angular application work, and I answered the question through, like, I have go through this Angular in my resume, which I've kept in the resume. So it's like the process will be simple, like the first it will be going to the Angular application will be going to the angular.json file, then it will be going to main.ts file, and then it will be calling the bootstrap module. Through that bootstrap module it will be calling the app module. In that app module we'll be having ng module declarative, and also we'll be having declarations, imports, providers, etc. And then it will be going to app component.ts file and render the selector which will be which will be selector and template, which will be the HTML app.component.html. That's one. And then he asked me about lifecycle hooks in Angular, explain a few lifecycle hooks, and I've told him the first it will be having the constructor, ng on changes, ng on init, ng do check, ng after content init, ng after content checked, ng after view init, ng after checked, ng on destroy. These are the Angular lifecycle hooks, and I have explained each of the lifecycle hook him with a short note. And then he asked me about the differences between the observables and the promises, and basically it's the very important question. Promises emits a single value, and observable emits multiple values over a period of time. And promises is actually not lazy, and observable is lazy, and observable is not called until we subscribe to its observable. And promise cannot be cancelled once it is called, and observable can be cancelled by using the unsubscribe method. And also observables provide operators like map for each filter, reduce, retry when, etc. functions through this module. And then he's asked me about the directives in the Angular, and generally the directive is nothing but directive is nothing but is other directive decorator, and every director has its own behavior and can be imported into various components of an application. So, and there are types of directives: component directives, structural directives, and attribute directives. And I have explained him through the types of directives. And then he asked me about the concept of dependency injection. Before that, he has asked me about how does one share data between components in Angular. Actually, there are two types: parent to child and child to parent. First, we'll go through the parent to child. Through parent to child, we'll be having @input decorator, and using that decorator we'll be sharing the data from the parent to component. And now we'll be going to child to component. Child to parent, there will be two types. One is @view child decorator, and the second method is output and event emitter. These two methods will be used for sharing the data from the child to parent. And then he asked me about the dependency injection. And what will be the dependency injection is an application design pattern which is implemented by the Angular, and it also forms one of the core concepts of Angular. So dependencies in Angular are nothing but services which have a functionality. Functionality of a service can be needed by various components and directives in a application. In the injector, we'll be having the service A, hero service, etc. Many services. Inside the component of inside the constructor will be injected the service which we'll be using in the component. And he also asked me SQL questions related on joins, and that's a very simple questions. And he also asked about materialized views and some other concepts of SQL. And then I got selected into the third round, and it is basically technical plus HR and managerial. And then there are 5 people in the panel who got interviewed me. So he just asked me about first question is common, tell me about yourself. And then I told them myself, and also I explained my interests, and they asked me this important question, why do you want to switch? I explained the situation in my company, because I actually don't want to be rely on the same company, and my company is cannot have more opportunities, and so that I want to get switched to get hike, and also to change the opportunity, and to explore myself. I want to change the company. And he asked me another crucial question, why shouldn't I hire you? They couldn't say no, because I answered that I tallied the roles and responsibilities of the job role that I have applied, and also I thought it could be a very good match, and I answered like that. And he asked a couple of situation questions, like what will you do if you had a conflict between you and your senior with a problem in the project. And I told him I'll be asking another senior, so that who could solve the problem, and it will be simple as it. And if you have been given a task to complete within a time limit, what you will do? Like I can extend the time and all, etc. And he asked me about support engineering and all, production support and all. Like can you work 24/7 and all? I said yes, because I can work honestly. And then he asked me to ask them the questions. So I have asked the question about the work culture of Micron and all, and also what do you like the most at Micron and all. Yeah. And then I got selected for the just a call for the salary discussion, and the salary they offered me is 18 lakhs per annum, and 17 is the base and 1 is variable pay. And then tips for the interviews are like to be honest, you should be honest. If you don't like the answers, you can just tell them answers I don't know, that like that, and don't just guess the answers. And first of all, know each and every word you mention on the resume, and then be very vocal throughout the interview, and let the other person know what you are thinking about. And at last, try giving some mock interviews, as it helps to build your confidence and all. And should not be nervous, be confident, and look through their eyes and answer the questions, etc. And it is actually an online interview. And thank you very much. Please do subscribe and share.